Okay guys, today something a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you how to build on the Icon RDA. Any one of you are wondering what is the Icon RDA? Here it is. Let's just click that on. That's the Icon RDA sitting on my Minikin V2, and this is the, excuse me, that's a little bit of water. This was the RDA that was done with Vandy Vapes, and it was a Mike Vapes project. Anyway, let's move on. So the first thing what you need to do is you need to get some wire. So let me just get that out of the way. So this is really it. What you need to this is the only thing that you need to really remember is when you're coiling your wire, what you would normally want to do is, because of how the wire coiler is made, you would want to just roll it over. Let me just show you. You would just want to roll it over the coiler, and take your coiling rod and literally just turn it that way around. But we're not going to do it this way around because of how the Icon RDA is built. We're actually going to take it through the bottom. We're going to take it underneath. Okay, so when I put it underneath, I do exactly the same thing. I take my coiler and I start rolling it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, that's it. So then I end up with my coil like this. Of course, I've made another one. There you can see both exactly the same. So what you have then is you end up with a coil where the left side of the coil lead, really goes over the top, and the right side of the coil lead comes from underneath. And I'll show you why that's important now. So I'm going to go ahead and just snip off these coil leads. I know from building on it, you probably need about 1 centimeter. So I'm just going to go ahead and snip those off. Okay. Okay guys, I've got my coil in there. So what I'm going to do now is literally just fasten down those leads. Now this is actually where the magic comes in. So now when I push the coil a little bit to the left, you will see that there's a lot of space for my cotton to actually land in on the left there, and on the right hand side you'll see there's tons of space for the cotton to come in. So yeah, typically you would probably build it any other RDA the other way around, but with the Icon RDA, this is what you need to do. That's what it needs to look like. Okay, so I'm going to do the exact same with the left hand side. Okay, with this RDA, what you want to do is you want to make sure that once you put your top cap on, let me just juice up these O-rings a little bit. Once you put the actual top cap on, you almost want to make sure that it hits the coil from the bottom half. At the moment, what you can see is it hits the coil almost directly. Now when it is like this, it's more prone, the RDA is more prone to heating up. So what I like to do is I like to just lift the coil slightly so that the actual airflow hits it at the bottom half over there, and then you almost have like a bottom airflow going up. So now you can see these two are not aligned, so I'm just going to go align those. Now you can see they're nicely aligned. If I put on my top cap, you will see it hits, you can't really see it, but there you can see it hits the bottom half of my coil. Okay, so now I'm going to go make sure. This is an important step, especially if you're building with Canthal. This is, by the way, this is Demon Killer, what they call alien wire, but this is literally just ribbon Clapton. So I'm going to go ahead and just make sure that I can glow these coils and they glow nice and evenly. So the idea over here is the coils need to just glow evenly, and you'll see exactly what it looks like once I'm done. There we go. There's still a hot spot over there. Just comb those out. Any little piece of metal, you just comb over your coils, and then what will happen is you'll have a nice even glow like that. That's enough for me. I'm quite happy with that build. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw in the cotton. So I'll show you what I do with the cotton. I actually, pre-cut strips for myself like this. Or sometimes if I'm watching TV, I actually just roll them so that I have always got cotton sort of ready to go. You don't want to be in a rush and you don't have your cotton ready. So all I do with the cotton is I stretch it out a little bit, and then I roll it. So by rolling it, I mean I literally do a Scottish roll. This is going to be difficult on the smooth surface. I'll just do it on my pants. But yeah, you literally just roll it. Don't press too hard. Just roll it nicely until you have your cotton in a state like this. Okay, there we go. Something just popped up on the screen, but now what I'm going to do is, and don't cut this in the middle, actually just take like that, get an idea of where that middle sits, then take your fingers and actually rip it. That gives you a nice place. Now this cotton, this is the UD cotton, and I'm using just normal Japanese organic cotton, really, and it's got nice huge rolls, so you can actually rip it in the half. I mean, that's how big a cotton piece is. I'll show you. If you think about it, you get cotton pieces that are much smaller than that. So that's nice and big. And then you end up with two small pieces of cotton like that. And what I do is, there where I actually ripped it apart, I actually just use that. It makes a perfect little point if you roll it like this. Alright. So I do that with both because that's I'm going to string through my actual coils. Now when you're pulling it through over here, you want to make sure that you don't have lots of resistance. It needs to just sit in there like that. Perfect. Now another little trick that you can do to make sure that it actually kind of wicks up nicely is, now I'm just going to quickly cut off those edges. You can take something and just fluff up your coils. I don't like to comb it too much. I just like to fluff it up because it feels like you lose a lot of wick. You need that wick inside the actual RDA to soak up all the fluid, all the liquid. Right, so you end up with something like this, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to cut off those rough bits. And now you're pretty ready to tuck it in. Okay. Now what I do here is I take one of the actual, let me just show you like this. Take it and I literally just tuck it underneath. Excuse me, I'm off camera. I take it, one of the cotton legs, and I literally just tuck it underneath there. There's no science to this, you just put it underneath there. Take the other one, just neatly, just put it underneath there. Don't stack it in there. What you want to do is, you want to make sure that you still have a little bit of space underneath here, because remember, that's where the airflow is going to hit. So just, if there's any cotton, you just get it out of the way. Same for the other side. And there we go. It's built and it's pretty much ready to go. Okay, so I've got some of my DIY over here, and I'm literally just going to pour it on over there. You end up with something like that. And what I like to do just at the end here, because you can see, there's still quite a bit of cotton stringing out everywhere. I like to just clean that up. So I don't want any cotton to get in between the top cap, and the actual RDA. So yeah, just clean that up. Make it neat, make it tidy. Always make sure that you can almost see right through it over there. And then you can literally just put on your top cap. I know this build is going to be 0.3. I built with this wire quite a bit, so that's 0.31. Always aim between 0.3 and 0.35. That's just how I enjoy it. And yeah, the RDA is pretty much ready to go now. Thanks guys, I hope you enjoyed this video.